Have you ever turned down a plan and felt that immediate sting of guilt? Everyone's out, the noise is rising, and the world is telling you that you're missing out. But you choose the sofa, the silence, and your own thoughts. Society whispers that you're avoiding life. But what if I told you that's a massive lie? What if those who stay home aren't hiding from reality? They're mastering it. Home isn't a bunker, it's a laboratory, a sanctuary, a fortress of focus. Today, you'll unlock their secret. You'll understand why they crave the quiet while everyone else is screaming for attention. Why they choose depth over surface-level chaos. If you're here, you've felt it. That exhaustion from the noise and a hunger for something real. In the next 8 minutes, I'll deconstruct the psychology of the homebody. Ready? Then lock your door. Drop a like, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Imagine the person who skips the club, the bar, and the crowded party. The world calls them antisocial or lonely. But what if their brain is simply wired for a higher frequency? What if they see what you're too distracted to notice? The truth about home lovers will flip your understanding of strength and freedom. The world demands, be seen, be loud. Social media dictates that if you aren't at the party, you're losing the game. We've built a myth that happiness equals a crowd and success equals connections. But notice this. Why were the most profound thinkers and creators often recluses? Because of high sensory processing. Their nervous system absorbs everything. Every sound, every hidden emotion, every fake smile. For you, a party is fun. For them, it's a data crash. Their mind is a sponge, and it gets saturated fast. Home isn't a retreat, it's a recharging station. It's the only place their brain can finally breathe. Ever felt like an hour of small talk drained your soul? That's not a flaw, it's biology. Extroverts are dopamine hunters. They need external noise to feel alive. But the homebody, they find their high from within. Reflection, creation, and deep focus. Research shows that in quiet people, the prefrontal cortex is hyperactive. They aren't afraid of the world, they just process it in high definition. To them, solitude isn't an empty void, it's a space for massive personal growth. The world is packed with people who speak but say nothing, people who are present physically but absent emotionally. Home lovers have developed a BS detector. They feel the fake from a mile away. To them, shallow networking is a waste of a life. They choose silence not out of fear, but out of respect for their time. This isn't antisocial, it's a high standard for quality. They'd trade 100 contacts for one soul-level friend. Psychology backs this up. Quality of connection is the true predictor of happiness. Their solitude is a shield against the chaos of the mundane. While everyone is chasing external vibes, the homebody is building an internal empire. Their imagination is a cinema. Their memory is a library. Their emotions are an ocean. Home isn't a cage. It's a workshop. Thinkers, coders, and artists thrive in the quiet because creativity demands it. When you go still, your brain activates the default mode network. This is when your mind solves the unsolvable and generates your best ideas. Solitude isn't boring. It's an incubator for brilliance. The most powerful transformations always happen in the silence. Society manipulates you through the fear of being alone. It tells you that if you're by yourself, you're a failure. So you run to meetings you don't need and talk to people you don't like. The homebody has broken those chains. They've realized that the crowd's opinion doesn't define their worth. It takes immense courage to choose your own rhythm. The world will call you weird or boring. But remember, visibility is not the same as significance. You can be the center of a party and feel empty. Or you can be alone in your room and feel complete. The psychology of those who love home is the psychology of choice. Choosing yourself over expectations. Depth over surface. It's not a weakness. It's a mastery of life. If the world feels too loud and too fake, know this, you aren't broken. You're just tuned to a different frequency. A frequency where meaning matters more than looking busy. Next time you see someone choose a quiet night in, don't pity them. They've found what most people never will. True life isn't where the noise is. It's where you feel most alive. And sometimes, that place is your home. Your silence. Your power.